Mary, and welcome to my non-zodiac sign readings. This readings is for males and females, okay? So I'm going to check up what's going on with your no contact person, okay, in December. So I'll be doing readings not only for males and females, but singles, college people, retired people, female and male leaders. If you're a leader in your own life, your household, your tribe, that's those readings for you, okay? So check them out. There'll always be timestamps down below in my description box and comment area so you can go right to your reading, okay? If you want to see future content, there's always a link to my X platform where I'll be doing lives there, okay? And also my Patreon page. Like I said, those links are down in the description box. And I'm going to wait a couple minutes before we get started so people get their notifications. So while we wait, I'll be playing some music, okay? Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my live. Hi to Eli, X7B8M. Hi to Ian, Tolbert. Hi to Rex, Streeter. Hope you are doing well. And good morning. So, let's see. Before we get started, this live is all about finding out answers about your no contact person, okay? So with that being said, let's get right to it. I'll be doing readings for females, males, singles, college people, retired people, and male and female leaders, okay? If you're a male or female that is leader in your own life, whether it's to yourself or others in any kind of way, that's your reading, okay? So that way it's crystal clear what it is going on, okay? So I'll give you answers and it's your choice of whether or not you want to still be in the situation with your no contact person or if you want to move forward, okay? So what's coming up for females with their no contact person in December? self-expression, a distant journey, good health, vicious cycle, betrayal of trust, and new perspective. Females, this person wants a reconciliation with you, so it's up to you of whether or not you want to take it. So just trust yourself, okay? Right off the bat is what I got in your reading. Clarify all 5 of these cards. Actually, all 6. You just got to know whether or not, if it's you or the person that has to get over these painful memories that you go through in regards to the situation with your no contact person, okay? How they feel about you in December, well, they're learning how to express themselves towards you. So they feel lost, okay, of how it is they're going to want to express themselves towards you. What they're not telling you, females, is, well, they're trying to come out of their comfort zone, even though there may be distance between you two. So their actions they're going to take towards you is, well, they're going to be focusing on themselves. But they're going to be watching you online. They're trying to manipulate the situation and make it you feel like they're moving on, but they're not. And you're needing to know that, females. So if you don't want to do anything in this situation, here's your outcome. You're going to be healing from this vicious cycle. You're going to be cutting out the patterns, whatever this was that kept on repeating itself between you two. Feel like you're going to cut this person out and you're going to heal if you do nothing here in the situation. And it's going to really help you evolve in your physical, emotional, and spiritual bodies, okay? Now, if you end up wanting to reach out, females, here's your outcome. You're going to realize that this person can't be honest with themselves and with you, and there's going to be a betrayal of trust that you're going to recognize and see, and that's what's going to get you to solve any kind of issues of having uncertainty or clarity in the situation. You'll see things crystal clear if you contact them. Fog will lift. That this person is still not wanting to be honest with you about how they feel, what they need to do to change this situation around. Because I don't feel, females, it's with you. I feel it's with this no contact person that brings issues in not only your situation, but with others, because they don't want to see and face those shadows and fears and deceit that they already have going on within inside them and had nothing to do with you. It's just they kept on carrying it throughout their journey instead of healing it. You know what I'm saying? So what can you take away from your reading? A new perspective, because you're going to be able to overcome anything, even if it feels daunting. You're going to gather your strength and focus, okay? And you'll move through it, leaving that doubt behind, okay, here in this situation. because you're going to be learning how to, through this reading and then thereafter, that this was a blessing in disguise that it didn't come together. You just got to ask yourself is if you dare to look from a different angle, a new perspective here. So that way you don't have to keep on being stuck, but you can overcome this situation, okay? So that's your reading, females. Really hope it helps. Hi there to Cassie 3308. Hi there to Linda Gray. Good morning. Hi there to Mr. Crane E4U. Hi there to Sky. Thank you there, Sky. Hi there to Michael V1506. Good morning to you guys and gals. I hope you guys and gals are doing awesome. All right, let's move on to the male reading now. All right, so what's coming up for males and their with their no contact person in December? Golden opportunity, helping hand, collaboration, higher plan, facing shadows, and the spirit world. Clarify this. All 6 cards. Clarify all 6 cards, please. All right, males, you're needing to know here in your situation, it's all about your communication and why there's a misunderstanding, mental fog between you and your no contact person. So I feel as though you need to spend time and space to seek that clarity, doing a meditation to relieve that mental fog and be consistent with it, okay? And that's in order for you to trust yourself on what to do and being decisive here in the situation, because how they feel about you, this loss, how they feel about this loss, it's a blessing in disguise because it created a new opportunity and a new beginning within inside them. I'm going to let you know this because you got to know what you are feeding yourself in order to keep you sucked. If you feel, males, that they miss you, they don't. And it's only because they know they're going on a path that is less taken by others. There's no resentment, no fear. They feel as though they need to keep on moving forward on their path, because what they're not telling you is they're receiving help here from their spiritual source, because they know this connection with you involves strings attached that they know they don't want to be a part of, meaning they feel as though that there's manipulation in the situation between you two that you are causing. that manipulation in order to get what you want in the situation, to be crystal clear. So the actions they're going to take towards you is they're going to make sure that they focus on a common ground between you two, that there be separateness in order for a resolution and peace to happen between you two. So I feel as though they're going to be making sure that resolution and peace happen between you two in December, okay? So if you decide on not wanting to do nothing, males, in the situation, you're going to be protecting yourself in order to see what's unfolding just for you. And you're going to see the expansion of that. Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out, males, you're going to bite the bullet, take the bull by the horns, and actually talk with them and facing your fears. And you're going to have a huge revelation when you do that. All it was just your fears holding you back. Not this person, just your fears. Okay? And that's going to be a huge revelation that you're going to finally be like, oh, that's all I had to do? Yeah, because it wasn't that bad than what you made it out to be in your head. Because you finally trusted yourself to reach out to them. So, what can you take away from this reading? Your spiritual source is trying to get your attention through symbols, synchronicities, or an inner knowing. So be open to receiving that connection and support from your spirit guides, your spiritual source, your ancestors, and your loved ones beyond the veil. Okay, males? Because this is getting you to activate that great vision that you have. Whether it's with this person or not. So hold tight on that vision that you have for the future. Okay, males? And that's your reading. Now let's move on to singles. Hi there to Jennifer Myers, 7493. I'm doing answers for people who have a no contact person. Okay? But thank you for asking. All right, so what's coming up for singles with their no contact person in December? Empowerment, celebration, unfortunate loss, reconciliation, communication, malice intent, already off the bat, singles, this reading is to help you move forward because that's what your future self wants you to do. So it's up to you whether or not you trust yourself, whether or not to move forward or not. Clarify all 6 cards. So all you got to do is use your discernment, whether you want or not. If you're like, but Mary, I'm a single and I'm already moving on. I'm talking to people who haven't moved on from their no contact person. This is why I do these readings. So you're listening to somebody else's reading, okay? So how this person feels about you, they're consistently wanting to move forward, even in the background, away from you, okay? Singles. What they're not telling you is, well, they're re-elevating their situation and bringing more spontaneity, wanting to be happy, okay? So they're focusing on themselves, not you. So what action are they taking towards you? They're not going to take any action. If anything, they're going to try to clear this situation out with you as a loss. And by cutting ties with you so they're not repeating the same lessons towards you anymore, okay? If you don't want to do nothing, singles, here in the situation, you're going to have a wish fulfillment, singles, of a reconciliation with this person. And this is your confirmation. If you don't do nothing in this situation, singles, it's going to happen. Okay? There you go. There's your sign, a wish fulfillment of a reconciliation. Okay? Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out, singles, there'll be communication, but this person has a huge ass blockage of fear of change. Okay? So choose wisely if you want to reach out to them or not. Me, if you're asking me, but Mary, what would you do? Don't reach out to them. They're coming back around. It's because they have to have their time and space to face those fears of change, okay? So give them that space. I feel like you know this, but you're just needing that confirmation. So that's cool, you know what I'm saying? So what you need to take away from this reading, singles, use your discernment, okay? Even when you know your body and mind need to rest, because you've been getting exhausted here in this situation, and you're needing to make sure that you get that rest and rejuvenation. As much as you come to me wanting to know about your person, you're just as important as how you come to me about them and wanting to know those answers. So put yourself as top priority, because when you're balanced, you're happy, you have that clarity, you're able to just trusting yourself. You get what I'm saying? So that's your reading. Big hugs. Enjoy your journey now, okay? Izzy, I'm talking about singles that are single in their romantic life. To be crystal clear, you goofball. I love when people assume things that it's about them, but it really isn't. Izzy, now you know crystal clear. I'm talking about people who are single in their romantic life. Oh my God, leave it to some people, just one person, to want to be all constipated in their head about a word. A word. You're funny, Izzy. You're always welcome to my channel. But now you know crystal clear. Singles. Here Izzy saying in my chat going, single is my cousin, or was it my twin sister? I'm not calling no one. That's funny. Hey there to Goldilocks D3. So glad that you're on my live. Big hugs, Goldie. Thank you so much for all your comments and stuff and subscribing. Hey, Goldilocks, I'm going to be going on the X platform next year. So head up to my X account and follow me so that way you get to see the new live oracle readings I'll be doing. Okay. And it's for anybody else who wants to join too. That link is down in the description box. I'll be doing free lives there. So I've been advertising that out so that way everybody can move on over, moving on over. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, I'm going to start in the beginning of next year. I let even everybody on my Patreon know that I'm moving on over, and if they want to see, I have a Patreon group. I'll be doing separate lives. I just got to I'm waiting for people to subscribe there because it'll be whole different other readings on my Patreon page. I'm actually may do that too on my X. Well, I'll start doing free maybe like one card pulls or something like that next year. I got to see if I can work it in to my schedule too. Hi there, B Waltz. Glad you can join me. B Waltz, if you are looking for any more of my content next year, I'll be on the X platform, and that link is down in the description box if you want to come see me. Thank you, B Waltz. Hold on one second. Someone's being really weird. My Okay, I'll definitely consider that. I'll probably do it once a week so that way people get their answers to their question. Hold on, let me put someone in timeout. There we go. Okay, you said I would love to get a reading from you. What I might do is, as an idea, and let me know if you guys like it, is I can pick the first 3 to 5 people to do a free reading for. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I do have a Cash App. I just haven't set it up where to I just have to create that link. I may start doing that on my lives again because I used to do it a long time ago. Thank you, Goldilocks. Thank you guys for your input and your ideas. Because I don't know what's easier for others in regards to sending money and all that. And I kind of just gave up on it because I was like, if it's hard for people to do it, because YouTube made it very hard at quite a few times when I was trying to post links down in the chat to do donations when I was doing free readings, and if you want to donate anything afterwards, they were making it very hard to actually for me to actually throw that link in the live chat. So I gave up on doing it. And some people had that issues. I know I did, but then I started realizing I had a lot of issues with YouTube and my account that they weren't willing to fix at all. So I just gave up on it, on putting that link in the live chat. And it was because I found out that YouTube was trying to block it so that way it was easy for them to get a percentage from their creators off of the stuff that they were trying to advertise through YouTube. So they were blocking people from doing those kind of links on the live chat, which I think is messed up because if you're not making nothing, like I'm not making anything from YouTube. This is why I'm getting off the platform because of the fact that I've been here long enough to prove long enough that I've been doing the work and being consistent on my lives and everything. And since I don't fall into their bracket, it's okay because I'm able to go to a different place that will show me more of that opportunity, you know? Yeah, that's right, Goldilocks. YouTube don't like, not like getting a cut, and that's what's wrong, is that they want every little bit, even if it's like some change, they want that cut of that dollar if you make that dollar. Yeah. And I've been volunteering my time to help you and others for a very long time. And I don't ask for anything from any of you guys. You guys been doing really great, the subscribers I have. And I call you subscribers for a reason because, you guys been really good. Whatever you guys need, you come in, you get what you need, you communicate and all that. The problem is I'm not getting that consistency with YouTube and their platform, and that's an issue. Thank you very much, Goldilocks. Chandru, you can always go to my X platform and I'll be doing live readings there. So it's not like I'm going to stop. I'm just going to go from one crummy platform like YouTube that do not respect their creators or their viewers and going to another platform that's going to give me a better opportunity. And I say, all my subscribers, you're always welcome to come see me on the X platform. I will be doing the same thing I've been doing here on the X platform. And you just got to make sure that you have an account with X because everything's going to be viewed whether you have a premium account or not. Okay. And then they have a different rolling system there on the X platform. See, a lot of YouTubers don't want to have to go from, if they're doing kind of decent on YouTube, don't want to go to, like, say, the X platform because it's a whole different other rules. But they're a lot more fair, I can tell you that, because whoever wants to sue you is going to want to transition over, no matter if it's from YouTube, Instagram, you get what I mean? So I'm not worried. The people that want to support me and subscribe to me, they'll fall over. And just make sure if you want to know those links, they're always going to be posted on my community tab, on my website at 𝐖ᴇʟᴏᴍᴇ.com. I make it so easy for you to find me in this next year so that way you can get the help you need and the new opportunities I'll be putting up there for you getting your own reading and stuff like that. So I'm just not making it easy for YouTube to keep on putting their ads and using my videos and making money off of my videos without freaking paying me. Because that's what's been going on, and it's not fair. Because I know that a lot of people watch me, and I know my analytics is screwed up, and I know for a fact their new how they've been treating their AI is really crappy, and so is Microsoft too. I mean, it's understandable if you don't nurture the very creators, your own platform, or even yourself right, you're going to be treating yourself and the people around you like crap. So I'm okay with literally saying, I can walk away from this knowing that the people who want to see me will know where I'm going to go and they'll be there too. And I appreciate you guys and gals for wanting to watch me and for allowing me to help you on your journey, because to me, you viewers and the YouTube creators is what matters. Okay, you guys matter a lot. So I'd rather stand up now than never stand up about what needs to change on YouTube and Google, because Google's the one that runs YouTube. And you guys have been doing a shitty job. And you know why you've been doing it. It's all been about the money. And now you're going to have to pay your dues. And it's not my fault. I'm just the messenger. So don't you think that you can ever try to shoot the messenger because you don't like what the message is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my email is also down below in the description box if you ever need to email me too. Okay. It's Mary J82002 at gmail.com. Okay. Thank you so much again. Let's get back to the readings. All right. If you have any other questions, anything you want to talk about, leave it down in the chat. And towards the end of this live, I can talk more. So let's go back, and we're going to be doing a college reading for people, okay? People that are in college. And answering your no contact person. Well, not answering them, but getting answers. So that way you can see whether or not you want to be in the situation, okay? So what's coming up for the college people with their no contact person in December? Exhaustion, misunderstanding, a helping hand, manipulation, facing shadows, painful memories, college people, you're just trying to find your place, and you need to know whether or not this is the place you want to be with this person, meaning like something more committal, okay? Let's clarify all 6 cards. College people, this is your revelation that you need to have. You're just finding your place with this person. How they feel about you, they're tired here in the situation, and they're trying to re-elevate and balance themselves. What they're not telling you about college people is that there's a misunderstanding here in the situation. And they're trying to step up in his or her power to try to speak up about this. But it's very hard for them to do. Because it's like they're not even trusting how to emerge from this misunderstanding with you, college people. So the actions they're going to take towards you is that they're going to keep on constantly moving forward here, wanting to help you. If you do nothing in the situation with this person, college people, there'll be a reconciliation, but it's not going to last very long because there's going to be manipulation in the situation between you two. If you do nothing here in the situation. And it's not positive. Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out to them, college people, you'll be facing your fears. And that is going to be the wish fulfillment that's going to be granted here, is you facing your fears and stepping up and talking about the hard things that it's hard for them to talk about. You're going to make things crystal clear. And it's because you finally spoke up, said what you needed to say, find out what you needed to find out in regards to your no contact person, okay? If you reach out to them, it's not a bad outcome. Now, what can you take away from this reading, college people? You rising up from painful memories about this person. You realizing these painful memories are echoes that are not here to torment you, but to teach you. Face them and understand them and allow them to release their grip. And that's what you can take away from your reading. So that way you don't have to keep on replaying these painful memories, these lessons, okay, that demand a resolution. You're creating that resolution within inside you by cutting those ties, okay, with this person. And that's your reading, okay? Thank you, Goldilocks. Okay, Chandru. Sounds good. Hey, Hank, you're causing a disturbance in the forest. Hey, Hank. You know, I watched that the that Hank Hill show. Really funny. And dude, when you go up and be an impostore onto my chat, not only are you going to make me laugh because you're acting silly purposely in order to, well, when you usually act silly is because you're bored, right, Hank? So, Hank, guess what? I hope you have a wonderful life. I know that you were bored, and that's why you came up in here and started saying what you said, and why Goldilocks had to pretty much said what she needed to say. I'm not going to repeat on my live what you said. So whoever is at my live gets to see my chat. Who gets to, can you see their, was it Hank's Hill's stuff after? No, because I'm going to block him. Because Hank knows that he got bored and wanted to be stupid up in my chat. And it's okay if you want to be silly. But if you're trying to be stupid and demean me, degrade me, and I haven't done nothing to you, Well, you know what you can do. Kick rocks. Go somewhere else and be bored. Just because no one's talking to you and you got to come up into my life and be dumb doesn't mean I got to be dumb back. I'm just identifying that you're being dumb, because that's what the definition of dumb is, right? Doing some dumb stuff. Yeah, I know, Chandru, that you and your wife are in no contact. I remember you leaving me a contact. Was it not a contact, but a comment last year about it? So let me see what I can do after. If you can wait around, Chandru, when I get these other readings done, I'll do one for you, okay? Thank you. All right, so what's coming up for retired people with their no contact person in December? Betrayal of trust. Problem solved. Improvement. Recognition. Financial stress. And the Lovers. So retired people, there's a resolution here. You just needed to be accountable of what you did in the situation, okay? Clarify all 5 of these cards. With that accountability can bring happiness in your life again, retired people. So, how they feel about you is that there was a betrayal of trust here. And they know this is because they were accountable here in this situation. They did reflection work in how they feel about you. What they're not telling you is that there's no uncertainty here. They see things clearly between you two, retired people. And they're trusting themselves to re-elevate the situation with themselves. So the actions they're going to take towards you is that they're taking no action. They're going through their own personal rebirth where more improvements are coming underway. And you may see on social media, retired people, of their progress, which will shock you. It's because you haven't seen them in a while. So if you do nothing in the situation, you're going to be leveling up yourself where you're not going to be the person you once were, even coming towards me. And you're going to get praise for it because you're going to be a totally different person around others because you're treating yourself in such a different way. If you don't reach out or do nothing here in the situation with your no contact person, that's your outcome. Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out, college people, you're going to have financial stress that's going to come out of the conversation between you and your no contact person, which is going to create resentment of even wanting to even be in contact with them. It's like a feeling of going, why did I doubt myself? I shouldn't have talked to him. I knew it was going to be like this. Someone here carries that resentment, whether it's you or the other person. So what can you take away from this reading, retired people? Give yourself that love, that gift. It is the choice to embrace it that gives it power, retired people. When you choose to open your heart to love, you unlock a deeper sense of meaning and even in the smallest moments, okay? Because you're learning how to grow and become out of this situation, okay? And that's your reading. Really hope it helps, okay? Now let's move on to female leaders, then male leaders, and then I'm going to do a bonus reading for Chandru at the end. All right, so what's coming up for female leaders with their no contact person in December? Higher self, spirit world, a great vision, golden opportunity, a major shift. Ooh, good weather. Nice. So this is, if you want to keep on repeating the lessons here in the situation with this person, okay? Female leaders. So choose wisely, okay? Trust yourself. Clarify all 6 of these cards. Goldilocks, yeah, stick around at the end and I'll do you one too, okay? I'll do you a reading. All right, so female leaders. This is that no contact person that you know that's going to come towards you with financial stress, okay? And if you want that projected on you, okay? How they feel about you? They feel like you are trusting yourself. And it's hard for them to trust themselves because they're going through a lot of setbacks of how they feel about you. It's like someone repressing their emotions. Okay, female leaders is what I feel. They know they can't go around it. Like, this is how they feel. They know in order to change it, it's like they have to like face that blockage. And this is hard for a person to do. So I feel like in December, they're going to be facing that blockage by themselves. They're trying to listen to themselves of how they feel about you. It just comes with a big roadblock. It's because they keep on pushing it down deep, is what I keep on getting. Okay, female leaders. But you know, if you keep on pushing down anything that's heavy, it always comes up, shooting back up, you know? What they're not telling you is that they're getting messages from the spirit realms here. What is this about? What they're getting message, because they're connecting with their own spiritual source, okay, female leaders, is that they're needing to cut ties of how they keep on repeating lessons. It's like a person that keeps on doing the same shit and thinking that something different's going to happen. Okay. And so they've been getting from these message from their spiritual source that they need to create that that opportunity to cut ties of replaying lessons with you. And that lessons is stop pushing your emotions about how you feel about this person down deep. It's like they're there for a reason for you to look at it, to be okay with it. It's okay if you don't want to go towards them. Just be happy that you're having feelings. This person is like, and I'm not trying to be mean, but ego driven. Their egos is what's getting them so like constipated about at least acknowledging how they feel about you. If only they knew that, okay, from a healer's perspective, female leaders, how I see it and how I feel about it is like you trigger the very thing that they need to open up, and that's their heart chakra without any ego, without any like excuses. They just need to understand and recognize that they have feelings for you. Even if you go away and don't talk to them, it's okay. You're a human being. It's part of the experience of what it's like to be a human being. And it's like their ego going, but I do miss you. Well, kinda. It's so stupid, you know what I'm saying? That's what I feel in their like how they're acting is immature, you know? And they don't realize that this is part of their soul journey is to grow and become, not keep on being stuck into it unless, I mean, stubborn people learn how to be unstubborn in time, you know? It either takes a small moment to 15 years sometimes to finally get out of their stubbornness, you know? But this person had this issue way before that you guys even came about, you know? Or you came into their awareness. So the actions they're going to take towards you is they'll come around and seeing what you're doing out in the community. They're going to still hold tight into the vision that they have for you two in the future, but they'll be in the shadows, okay? While dealing with all this, wanting something from you, but I don't see them actually reaching out to you, to actually showing that they want to initiate things with you, it's because they're having to deal with their own trauma, drama, and issues. You know, like we all do when we have to finally come to a breaking point where we get tired of it. We want to break the old patterns and make way for the new. So it's nothing to do with you females. This person is going through inner turmoil in order to transform that of how they feel about you and how they want to express themselves towards you, stuff like that. I wouldn't wait on this person, to be very honest. Okay. If it were me, I'd keep that shit going because you realize when you have these human bodies that you have your health and your time. And if you're wasting your time and your health on something and that it's not going anywhere, you're draining the very existence you made here and start accumulating these bodies, these human bodies, in order to do something in this life. Okay. Lesson learned, you know what I'm saying? So if you do nothing in the situation, you're going to be facing your fears, which is going to give you a golden opportunity and a new start on doing something different, where you're moving away from this because you're going to be trusting yourself, okay, female leaders? Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out, there's going to be a huge wish fulfillment of a major shift here where this situation is going to break down between you and this no contact person when you reach out to them. But it may feel like a breakdown, but it's actually going to make a breakthrough, meaning you're not going to keep on carrying this person anymore. You're going to shift into a whole new other life without this person because you got to understand what you needed to when you reached out to him and communicated to him, that it was, you just need to face a fear of not knowing, and now you know what is going on between you two and if it's going to lead to anything. And I feel like it's not going to lead to anything but of you just moving through fears that whether or not you want this person. Okay, female leaders. So what can you take away from your reading, female leaders? This is an opportunity to move forward with your plans confidently. The conditions are ripe and the timing is good for you for your adventure. So trust yourself if you need to communicate with them or not, because you all are going to be different. Okay. So trust yourself. That's what I'm asking you to do. You're going to have some kind of breakthrough that you need to know. Okay. You just needed to learn from this reading what you want to choose and trust it. If they said, if you got the very answer you needed going, man, yeah, now I know why I didn't want to reach out to them to begin with, because they're a jackass, then you know your answer is to move forward. That was your breakthrough. If you were like, actually, it's not as bad as I thought, boom, you got your breakthrough. And this is that reading for it. This is really empowering you to trust yourself, because a lot of people nowadays don't even want to trust themselves to trust anybody. And so can you imagine when mass people are doing that? It's going to lead into a mental chaos. So yeah, I'm going to be all for you needing to trust yourself, because that's what it's showing me in your reading, female leaders. And then it's going to be easy for you to navigate through. That's your reading, okay? Big hugs. Thank you, Chandru. Dizzy 360. Dizzy 360, trust yourself of whether or not you can trust me. If you still need some kind of proof, trust yourself if that's what you need from me. Who am I to freaking have to sit here and try to get you to trust me? Okay? I'm really advocating for you to trust yourself. And if yourself is saying, yeah, I'm going to give her a chance and trust her because I see her intentions, I feel that intentions, then trust yourself with it. If you're going, oh, hell no, I should not trust her, then trust yourself. There's nothing wrong if you say, Mary, I don't trust you. Then have a nice day. Good. I'm glad you finally were decisive about who it is you want to trust. Okay. Because that's the whole point. Okay. Is for you to teach yourself it's okay to say yes or no if you want to trust somebody. Okay. Because my intentions is for someone that is watching my channel, people who are watching my channel, is to thrive and not survive anymore. And not a lot of people want to see people do that anymore. And I'm going to fight for it. Okay. I'm going to keep on fighting for it with my love, my passion, my grace, my patience, and still persevere forward. And that's what I'm going to keep on carrying over until I stop breathing. And then I'm going to come back again and do it again. Because I've been doing this for many lifetimes. If you believe in reincarnation, if you don't, that's fine too. Because I work with different belief systems, different religions, different spiritualities. So yeah, it makes me happy doing what I'm doing. All right, male leaders, the next reading is for you. So what's coming up for male readers with their no contact person in December? A problem solved. Miraculous luck. Gaining influence. Argument. Unfortunate loss. And collaboration. So there's an opportunity, males, of what it is you want to create between you and this person. You just got to trust yourself and not deceive yourself anymore of what you want to create with this person or anything in general in your life. Because a huge block can lift if you trust yourself. You'll be breaking a generational curse, if you want to call it, that's happened in your lineage about this. Whether it be a father, a grandfather, father of the father that has been dealing with being deceitful in regards to relationships. Like saying if you dealt with a grandfather or a father that cheated on your mother, your grandmother, you get what I mean? Feel that's what's going to be lifted if you heal this deceit about wanting to create a new opportunity for yourself and your ideas for you and this person, okay? To be crystal clear. Clarify all 6 of these cards. So hold on to that great vision that you have, males. Doesn't mean it's stupid. You just know what it is, that plan that you've been holding on to. How they feel about you is that a problem is solved here of trying to cut ties with you. So how they feel like releasing you, this situation is what's going to solve their problem. What they're not telling you is that they're happy and things are changing now in their life that is causing more happiness and celebration in their private life. I get even all areas of their life. Okay, male leaders. So the actions they're going to take towards you is they're going to use discernment here. And they're also going to be focused on their work. And focusing on individuals who are drawn to what they do in work. Okay, males? So if you want to do nothing in the situation, males, with this person that you have no contact with, you'll be trying to level up through this situation by facing your conflicts that are brewing within inside you. Now, if you decide on wanting to reach out to them, males, you both are going to voice your own truth here in this situation between you two. And there's going to be a loss here. And you're going to feel it because you're going to realize that this person you're going to feel like is irreplaceable to you. But you'll get through it because you're going to emerge with more deeper wisdom and resilience. So what can you take away from this reading, male leaders? Great things are rarely achieved alone. When egos are set aside and mutual support takes the lead, extraordinary things can be accomplished. Okay? That even if you have pain from your family tree, your lineage, it's not your inherited pain. You can break the cycle. Because I feel in your reading, males, that you've dealt with a father, males in your life that were very much teaching through the bullshit you had to endure and so on and so forth in your language of males that were not representing males to its fullest potential. Do you get what I mean? By being balanced, okay, committal. They were not showing those things. So here you had to learn from an imbalanced male. It's the same thing I would say about females. If they were raised around an imbalanced female mother, it's the same damn shit I would tell them. That she didn't even teach you what it was like to be at your full capacity as a female. So guess what? Doesn't mean you have to inherit that pain, males, from your lineage, your parents, you get what I'm saying? Because it's not your pain. It's a cycle you have to break so it doesn't get passed on to your kids or even just passed down to the people around you. When you feel pain and grief, you don't need to hold it all in. You need to learn how you can transform that to empower yourself. It's okay to feel. Just because daddy told you you're not allowed to feel and that's not what a man is bullshit. It's a bullshit conditioning, because when you were a kid, when you came out of your mom's womb, guess what? You were feeling everything. And no one was telling you you shouldn't feel anything, because you couldn't even understand the English language. So you were there seeing everything clearly. Okay? So we forget, while we move forward in our journey, the very thing we used to remember as babies. We was able to see very clearly, without all conditioning, without feeling the trauma, the pain, the stuff we inherited from our family that was, well, trauma and drama. But you can have that back. This is why I say investing in yourself is going to be the very thing that's going to get you to strip to the bone all that inherited bullshit that you had to have throughout your journey. And what's great is you signed up for it. If you are a human being with a soul, you signed up for everything that involves a human being. So come to that awakening. Really come to grips that you have your health and your time. If you're wasting it on stupid shit, be happy that you come to realize it now, so you can trust yourself to nurture yourself and invest in yourself. Because in the next year, humanity is going through a huge change, more change. And if you're feeling already unsettled in the changes that have been going on, it's going to weigh heavy on you because you don't like change. But yet, change has been happening to get you to have that opportunity, not how you once were, but how you are becoming now. Going with the flow of things, being patient with yourself and others. We all go through it. You're not alone. So trust yourself. Be patient. And invest in your self-care regimen that you're going to design, and your meditation cater to your belief system, okay? And that's your reading, males. Hopefully that gave you enough empowerment to want to do something different, because it's time now. Even when you feel like you want to kick and scream out, it's fine, because we're all going, and you're coming with, We're leaving no human behind, okay? And those who are dealing it with in such a deep way, it's going to be okay. You're going through your transformation. That's why it feels so heavy and deep. That power struggle to get you into your own power is not to tear you down, but you become that spearhead right through, okay? So, thank you, Dizzy360. I don't give out my personal number, my phone number, okay? But there's other ways you can contact me. I have an email, and I'm going to be doing my lives on the X platform next year. So you can also comment while I do my lives there. But if you want to ask anything, email address, okay? And once I see it, I'll make sure to email you guys right away. All right, so now let's go into some bonus readings for a couple of people in my live chat, Chandru and also Goldilocks, okay? Haven't forgot about you guys. There'll be links down in the description box to go right to your reading once this live is done. Even if I do some live readings for my bonus people, okay? So, Chandru, you'll be going first. So what's coming up for Chandru and his wife having a no contact situation into from the rest of December to end of January 2026. Apology. Losing battle. Unspoken words. Blessing in disguise. Higher plan. Vicious cycle. Clarify all 6 cards. All right, Chandru, my dear friend, there's an opportunity here of you coming out of your comfort zone and doing something different, okay? Because the familiar has served you well, but it's time for you to discover of who you are behind the boundaries that you have within inside you about this situation, okay? How your wife, how she feels about you, she feels very emotional about you, sad. She also feels like there needs to be an apology here in the situation between you two about how you acted here in this situation, okay, towards her. What she's not telling you is that there is a divine intervention between you two. And here in the situation, I feel like she knows that there needs to be healing between you two. She's not saying it because of the fact that there's a block here. You both are experiencing different blocks. Her block is that she feels like nothing will ever change in the situation between you two. And she keeps this hidden because she feels like she keeps on having a losing battle with you. And this is why divine intervention is occurring between you two, so that way there's a healing. She's trying to be patient, even though she feels like things are not changing. It's going to be the same old thing. So the action she's going to take towards you is that she's not going to be divulging how she feels. She's going to set limits between you two from now until the end of January 2026. So don't expect her to reach out to you, okay, Chandru? So if you do nothing in this situation, it's going to get you to be a conscious co-creator of your destiny and seeing this as a blessing in disguise. You're going to be dealing with this loss if you do nothing here in the situation, okay? Now, Chandru, if you land up wanting to reach out to her, Here's your outcome. Things are going to be calm between you two. And your journey should progress smoothly without many major obstacles or disruptions, because the universe is going to support you two to flow effortlessly to where you guys want to be. And that means there's going to be a higher plan that's going to be unfolding just for you too. That's if you reach out, okay, Chandru? Now, what can you take away from this reading, Chandru? You are caught up in a pattern that repeats itself, holding you in a place of frustration and stagnation. So step back and identify the root cause and make a conscious choice to break free. And what is the root cause? Resentment. 2 more cards for this vicious cycle. There's resentment about here about someone making, meaning you're having resentment about her making these choices that support her higher well-being, and that you feel as though that how much you try, you can never return to what no longer aligns. There's some kind of resentment with that. And so you're needing to cut that resentment so that way you heal this inherited pain. It has to do with your family lineage, about reconciliation. Okay? That's what I got. So it's okay if you feel like it's hard for you to let go completely. It's because as a human being, we always have to face the very things that even what resentment causes. Resentment is a quiet thief, stealing your joy and chaining you to the past. But you hold on to only weighs you down, not the one who wronged you. Okay? And I feel like you have so much love. This is why you feel resentment. It's because your love is trying to pierce right through resentment. So love yourself deeply. Love your family, and it's okay. Because that love is what's going to transform this, the resentment. Because you'll find closure, because love yourself deeply means like make sure you meditate, make sure you take good care of yourself. Because when you do that, you pierce through with that clarity, that joy, and it gets you through, and you'll find the solutions you need to through it. Very awesome. Big hugs. I'm glad I could help, Chandru. All right, let's go on to Goldilocks. Goldilocks, are you still in here? Let me know down in the chat. So I'll still do your reading. I just want to know if you're still in here. Oh, big hugs, Chandru. I think that's the hardest thing. Oh, love you too, man. I think that's the hardest thing is if we even want, it's something I've noticed in quite a few readings that people are learning how to release because we don't talk about resentment all that much in our communities. So that's something to know. Love can conquer anything, even resentment, even karma. Yay. All right, so let's do a reading for Goldilocks. Let's do a new reading for Goldilocks because since she's not here, I don't know what kind of reading she wants me to do for her. So Goldilocks, guess what? We're going to do a random reading for you. What's coming up for Goldilocks from now until the end of January 2026? 4 cards, please. Betrayal of trust, accountability, fear of change, good health. Give me the card for the challenge here overall. The Lovers. Give me one card for the blessing that's coming in from now until the end of January 2026 for Goldilocks. All right, so Goldilocks, what's going down from now until the end of January 2026 for you in your money, career, and your love? Well, in your money, there is a distrust here. Okay. So how you feel about your money, you're distrusting. It's how it's coming in and how it's coming out here. So now you can see this truth and use this to move forward wiser and stronger, okay? So you already know what you need to do to switch that up. And that is making sure that you cut any connections or patterns that no longer serve you in regards to money matters, okay? Goldilocks. Now in your career, you just need to be more accountable. That's what's coming up. Be more accountable what you do here in your career. Because when you honestly look at yourself, okay, without that ego or excuses, you see what you need to do and re-elevate the situation, okay, with that love that you have within inside you to be more creative and decisive about things here in your career, okay? Now your love life. You'll be looking into facing fear of change here in your love life. You're going to see that this is a natural thing that's going on here in life about that change that's going on. clarify this fear of change with 2 cards. Hey, Goldilocks. I don't know what you do for life, but you're going to be gaining a lot of suitors around you here in your love life. And especially what you do for work on YouTube, too. There's going to be people that's going to be around Goldilocks that's going to be like, hey, what's up, girl? So you're just needing to cut any ties that are just people being stupid. You just know what I mean, Goldilocks, people about being stupid. Because you'll use your power of love to be decisive here in your love life. But you're going to understand what's being decisive and what is fear of change, too. Your outcome is great. You'll be getting through all this, your challenges and what to cut out that no longer serves you, Goldilocks. In the end, you're going to have good health and things are going to go uphill. Okay, Goldilocks? Where your commitment to your well-being is going to pay off because you made the right choices that support your highest good. Okay? And your health is going to be rising too, where you're not going to feel so tired and stuff because, you know, when you cut out what no longer serves you, it's like an energy upgrade, you know what I'm saying? So that's your reading, Goldilocks. You'll be getting through a lot of things. It's because that power of love within inside you, you're being challenged and you're going to meet that challenge. Because love is offered as a gift, but it is the choice to embrace it that gives it power. And when you choose to open your heart to love, you unlock a deeper sense of meaning and even in the smallest moments. And man, are you going to get that blessing? Very cool. That's your reading. Really hope it helps, Goldilocks. And I'll make you guys timestamp down below those ones that I did a personal reading on in this live. So if you love my content, please follow me on the X platform. That link is down in the description box. If you want to know all my social media links, that's on my website at 𝐖ᴇʟᴏᴍᴇ.com. Really hope you have a really blessed week. If you're like, I really want to have a reading done on my zodiac sign, come around me tomorrow around this time, okay? I do it at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll be doing all zodiac signs, okay? And I also do meditations too, if you're interested. All right. Please enjoy your journey. Bye for now.